Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to Darasgah-E-Habibiya. In this lesson, we will take a look at the common mistakes that are made in the first kalima and learn how to rectify them. We hope that by the end of this lesson, you will have learned how to recite the first kalima, ta'awud and tasmiyah in the correct manner. Before we begin the first kalima, I would like to remind viewers about the importance of reciting each and every letter and word correctly, as incorrect pronunciation can change the meaning. We have explained this in detail in our first lesson titled Introduction to Reciting Arabic and the Kalimas. In front of us, we have three sentences. The first sentence on the top of the screen is the salutation, and then we have ta'awud and tasmiyah, also known as a'udhu and bismillah. Please listen carefully, copy and learn. Remember, it is better to take a minute longer and not rush than to rush through and change the entire meaning. I will now recite the words of all three sentences very slowly, separating the syllables so that it is easy for you to follow. Please recite and copy in between the pauses. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon you. Ameen. A'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. A'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. I seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the shaitan, the accursed. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. And I begin in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most beneficent, the most merciful. In front of us now, we have Kalamata Yaiba. This kalima is known as Kalamata Yaiba, which means pure, because it teaches us about the purity of our faith Islam. It teaches us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free and pure from any kind of association. And if you look to the bottom of the screen, you will see that this kalima is also known as Kalimata Tawheed, which means oneness. Because in this kalima we talk about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala being alone and being the only one that is worth worshipping. Another name for this kalima is kalima Islam, kalima of Islam. Because it is by reading these few words a person can enter the religion of Islam and be called a Muslim. I will now recite the kalima very slowly, separating the syllables so that it is easy for you to follow. Please recite and copy in between the pauses. La ilaha illallahu Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallahu Muhammadur Rasulullah. There is none worthy of worship but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is his prophet and messenger. Some common mistakes. In my experience as an Arabic teacher, over the years I have heard students make common mistakes. The first one is in the first word, La ilaha. The word should be recited clearly and slowly as La ilaha and not La ilaha. Make sure the alif after lam is pronounced clearly, as rushing will change the meaning. So it's La ilaha and not La ilaha. The second common mistake is in the word Muhammadur, where it is pronounced Muhammadar. please make sure the dhamma, also known as pesh on the meme in the beginning of the word, is pronounced with care, and also the double dhamma, also known as double pesh, on the letter dal at the end of the word. So it's Muhammadur and not Muhammadar. And thirdly, the dhamma pesh on the lam in the last letter of the word Rasulul. So Rasulul and not Rasulal. Rasulullah. Another thing I will mention here is the importance of sending salutations upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Each and every time his blessed name is recited or heard, we must make it a habit to send salutations. In a hadith it is mentioned, "Man salla alayya marratan sallallahu alayhi biha ashra," or kama qala an-nabiy sallallahu alayhi wasallam, which means whoever prays on me, sends one salutation upon me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends 10 mercies and blessings in return upon the reciter. It is the least we can do. It is also the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما, which means Allah and His angels shower blessings on the Nabi, on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. O you who believe, ask blessings on him and salute him with a worthy salutation. And that brings us to the end of our first lesson. We hope you have enjoyed learning the first kalima with its correct pronunciation. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Further kalimas and lessons will be uploaded soon, inshaAllah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.